Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 77 with me, Sid, and I've just been down here grinding some experience because I realised that I could do with an enchanted axe, not that one, an actual, repaired one. Maybe even my mace could do with a bit of enchanting as well. So I got a little bit of that, so I've been doing a little bit of grinding. We got ourselves a little bit of this going on. Picked up this Ashley's oatmeal cookie. It's a sharpness 2 knockback 1 cookie. Yeah, that's the thing apparently. And we also got 1, 2, 3 and 4 new spells to try out. So that's all fun. Lots of mixed reactions to the tower. I think everybody kind of liked the tower of the mushroom, whatever we want to call it. It could be anything from last episode, and typical. It's a peculiar shape, I think is the fairest thing to say, and it's going to get odder because I had a wavy brain moment the other day. So yeah, that's on the menu for today. Plus a little bit of waffle, because that's how I roll. Boop and boop boop. 19 whole blue rupees now. That's nowhere near enough to repair anything. Now I was going to go and see what I got in this smeltery for starters. I have cobalt, 2 blocks worth. I also, I have a red steel axe head. Perfect. So I can actually go ahead and do that. Now, to be honest, I would be very tempted. Can you actually, just out of interest? No. I can melt it down in a there, but I'm guessing with that durability loss of 4 points, I probably won't get a full load back from it, which is a bit of a pain. However, we can enchant that, so that's the thing to do. I should have a few blocks of blockiness, so that's all good. How am I doing for other blocks of blockiness? Interesting. Thought I had some more clear. Oh wow, I've actually got some stuff in there as well that I have to make an anvil to use half of that, so probably less useful than you think. Can't remember. I've got boxes of stuff just lying around. That lot needs to go somewhere. I really need to tidy up, These are all empty barrels. So it kind of just gives you a bit of je ne sais quoi about the place. And I've got a floating loom as well. So I really do need to have a bit of a tidy up at some point, don't I? I could also do with sleeping, I think. But let's go to the library to start off with. And we can pop you in there. Now let's take the advanced one, can go there, then the novice. I'll leave that and I'll take that, and we will find out what these do. Whoa! Discovered the spell agility. Okay. Oh wow, jump boost and cool. I didn't want to really be down here though. That's a bit annoying. Oh well, that's fine. Let's have a look what else we got. Light. How long does that last for? Well, we'll leave it there. My guess is it doesn't last forever. I'm fairly certain they are not permanent. Oh! That did not work. I thought, oh, that's some Vexers. Where are you, you get? Can't. Come on then. Wow, they're tough as well. One down. Come on then. You want to... Did he go? There's still one over there. Oh, there you are. Okay, come on then. Come on then. Just need that one to come and die. And I'll just have a little drink while we wait. Come. Will you just come here? Oh, there's two. Okay. Lead him, and... Oh, ow. Damn you. Stop hiding in the ground, you get. Where's the last one? Ah, there he is. Right, shall we try that again? Oh, ah! Now I'm in trouble. Okay, what is that? I need an identify scroll, I think. I also need to figure out how to get him. What's this? Oh, hey! That's nice. No. Well, that doesn't work at all. Okay. I want to get into my house. I want to get into my house, or this is a design flaw on this building. You can't get in other than by teleporting. So let's cheat my way in, and let's go. We'll go back to the dungeon. That should give time for, if I go back to the castle, those Vexers should have gone. Thankfully. Pain, they are. Painful pain. Well, definitely a painful pain, as you can tell, because I'm definitely... So some skeleton useless. That one I still don't know, and we need to do an identify. Let's head to the library. Scroll of Shuman said, no, that's not going to help me then. I was hoping I had an identify scroll, but I clearly don't. Well, we'll find out what that is at a later time then, I'm sure. However, in the meantime, what time is it coming on? Still daytime. And we've still got lightning crashing down around us. So, my thoughts, what is... Oh, there is still a Vex out there, look. So, didn't despawn. So I know that this structure up here is wider than this structure down there. So that's one thing that is useful. It is sunset. This is where I want to be. Can't do anything yet. I want to enchant this first. So my plan is to actually make that into a Botania area, which should be challenging and different. Somewhat challenging, not think still too light out. If you can hear a slight edge of what sounds like a lullaby, it's next door's kids having their bedtime bit. So hopefully it's not too sunset. Come on, I want to do my thing. Right, we got some lapis. In you go. Let's have a look. What do we get? Efficiency. I'll take it. And we'll take that. That's efficiency 2. It's still good. Soulbound. Soulbound isn't bad. Smite I don't want. Efficiency I will definitely take. So that's still efficiency 2 because it needs another efficiency. I don't know whether I need more than one. So that's efficiency 3. Looting. Don't think that's going to be overly. That's efficiency. I need 3 efficiency upgrades for that. It's an expensive process, this one. Efficiency. Sweeping edge, utterly useless on an axe. Fortune, utterly useless on an axe. And now I've run out. So let's stick you in there. I'll have Soulbound 2, Soulbound 3. Well, there you go. So that definitely will never be lost. Let's get a bit of smite going on there because we might as well. We've spent the experience now. Can't get looting on with that though, can I? Can if I do that though? What's better? If I do that, I'm still not. Oh, I can get sweeping edge on. And we can bring you in there. We're just going to lose that fortune. So that's not bad. Efficiency 3, Soulbound 3, Sweeping Edge 1 on Smite 2, and Looting 1 on an axe. Which, yeah, that's not a bad axe. I mean, I might just stick the black steel axe away for the time being. Any sign of those vexers? No, they appear to have now definitely gone. Anyway, I need to get up to the top here. Which is going to be dark still because I have not yeah. Did I? Oh, I can't see. Right, I'll see you at the top. All right. I'm back over here excavating myself some rock. I did get to the top of the tower. I made a start, but I didn't have enough, so I will go through what I'm planning to do there. Come on, there you go. You can do it. Yeah, so where are we? So I've got some fairly extensive plans for the top of that tower. And I'm not going to push Britannia a long way. I don't think the integration of the magic mods in this pack are as complete, anywhere near as complete. But it's not a case of I don't think. We know it's not complete. You know, we've been playing it now for 70 odd episodes. We know the number of times I've had to sit there and try and figure out a way of getting a Minecraft version of an item rather than a TerraFirmaCraft version of an item, for example. And it's, you know, I'm not gonna hit on the pack, because at the end of the day, it's difficult. You know, the making a mod pack is not a trivial job. One as I mean, even just putting together the mana and brass pack, which really isn't, there's not a lot of customization there. It's just finding the work there is finding a series of mods which, in my opinion, work well together and complement each other in theme, which is not the same as saying, you know, function well as a pack together. They just, to me, it's a theme that works. There's almost like a little story there, if you like. And, you know, I'm not a big one for storytelling, you know this, and the role-playing aspect of things. But it's not always easy. Let's just say that. It's very easy to criticise something, and realistically, you know, we should certainly extend more understanding, I think, when we start criticising somebody's work, because someone puts a lot of time and effort into this stuff, and they don't have to. This is, you know, this is a choice they've made to build this, but still we're getting enjoyment out of it, and it didn't cost us anything. So, you know, why should we be dicks about it? And in fact, speaking of role playing and being dicks about things, I've been getting a lot of stuff in my YouTube inbox about the latest fiasco with. Well, I say the latest. It's not been a fiasco with this for a long time, but with the open gaming license in Dungeons and Dragons. So, you know, if you don't play Dungeons and Dragons, or you really have no interest in it, then this is going to be of no interest to you. And I apologise. You know, it's I haven't played in a long time. My involvement in gaming and the gaming community is long and varied. You know, I've been a gamer. I've played role-playing games in Dungeons and Dragons. I've been a dungeon master. You know, and I've done all of this stuff. I've been an author. I've written stuff on the open gaming license. Need some water. I have edited and authored a number of role-playing books in the past for Dungeons & Dragons, both fantasy, modern and sci-fi. Open gaming license gave us access to D20 Future and D20 Modern. You can see there's something growing on the side there. I will explain that in a moment once I've got a little bit further. And what has happened, or what appears to have happened? Why? Oh, I see. Yeah. This is going to be awkward. How do I do this then? I think I'm going to have to pop a wall here. For starters. Just around like that. So, if you cast your mind back in Dungeons and Dragons terms to the dawn of Dungeons and Dragons, the time before, Dungeons and Dragons originally was back in the 70s. with the old basic box set and stuff like that. And there was actually a version before that as well, and published by TSR, by Gary Gygax, under the label of TSR, Tactical and Strategic Rules, as I recall. But I may be wrong on that one, so don't quote me. So that's going back way back. And Dungeons and Dragons was the role-playing game. Up until that point, there really hadn't been much else in the way of RPGs. I need to go back to the castle, because what I would like is dirt. I need dirt. I need a lot of dirt as well. Let me grab a reasonable amount of dirt and let me go back to the top. And as I say, published by Tactical and Strategic Rules, and as a game, it was exactly that. It was their copyright, their intellectual property. Nobody else could publish anything for Dungeons and Dragons, and woe betide if you tried. You were looking for a whole world of hurt if you did. They'd slap you with a cease and desist faster than you could shake. It was not a good time, and this persisted for many years, right through until in the year 2000. So bear in mind, think about, I can't remember exactly when, but say 78, it's a little bit before. So you're looking at 22 years of this. You're not able to publish any third-party material for Dungeons and Dragons, period. It's just, forget it, you can't do it. And there were a number of people who understood the ability to copyright game mechanics and gaming rules and law, who went, haha, yeah, but I can, and they came up with ways of publishing third-party packages which didn't actually say they were compatible. You were not allowed to say that you are Dungeons and Dragons compatible, for example, but you could write a game that had attributes that were suspiciously similar to D&D. And there was very little you could do about it, because you can't trademark copyright a game mechanic. That's the rules of copyright. And and the couple out to the year 2000. Join me if you will there in the year 2000, and Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro acquired TSR, as it was, and the rights to all of their stuff a number of years beforehand, and they went, well, what we're going to do is we'll have this thing called the Open Gaming License, and the Open Gaming License will allow you to use the rules which are published in what was called, I think it was a system reference document. So it was essentially an OGL version of the rules, essentially. Not 100% exactly, but it was essentially that. And armed with that, you could write, oh, damn, that is not going to work. I'm going to have to put a wall on the edge, aren't I, as well? Damn you to heck and back. Right, let me, I don't even know where that actually landed. But let's put that there. So we are going to need to build up the edge. I didn't really want to do that because it kind of doesn't fit with the theme, but fair enough. We'll basically build that up like that. I suppose it makes sense. I can stick a certain amount of wallage on the end for safety, a safety rail. We'll call it a safety rail. Anyway, yeah. So they published the system reference document, which allowed you to write your games, and that was what I published under. My books, were published using the Open Gaming license, and everything was fine. I was signed up to this license and not a problem. Fast forward to now, 23 years later, and global economics have changed. There's a bit of an economic downturn in many areas of the world, and yada yada. And Hasbro, owners of Wizard of the Coast, and presumably Wizard of the Coast as well, have basically gone, right, we're going to revise this license. Because, money, probably. I mean, let's be honest, it's a financial thing that is almost certainly a significant element of the issue. And everybody is losing their minds over it. They are basically going, how dare you? How dare you sit there and change this document? Now, to be fair, there are a lot of businesses which have founded their business model on publishing third-party material for Dungeons and Dragons, and this license, which said would never be revoked. Now, I'm sorry if you believe that. I think you were being naive at best, really. I need to get underneath these as well. That's going to be a pain. Let me just go back to the castle. And probably the best known example of that now. Can I go with something different, actually? Smooth marble wall. Have I got enough of that? Yeah, I've got a little bit more. Have I got enough? Probably not. So maybe we stick with that then. Critical Role is one that's probably the best known. It's not particularly known to me, but that's the one that everybody quotes, and obviously well known because of the Vox Machina series that's coming out on the Prime and all of those good things. Right, if I go to here, like this, and they make a significant amount of money off, and they make a lot of third-party products, and they do make a lot of money. And one of the biggest changes, or big changes, is that they've said if you make more than X amount a year, we want a slice. Which is probably a bit of a dick move, if we're being honest, but again, I don't personally see this as an unexpected development. This is kind of a thing that's happening. So yeah, if you are into third-party Dungeons and Dragons, it's an interesting time to be. Well, it's an interesting time to be into it. So yeah. As I say, I'm in two minds and a bit on the fence about the whole thing, and part of it comes from the what's the word I'm looking for here? I will get it there eventually. Part of it comes from the yes, that's only treated sticks and treated planks and more treated planks and more treated planks. I'm going to need a fair few of them if I'm going to work on this, I think, because they are quite interesting shapes to start off with. Part of the problem, if I can actually stick to the plot for even a minute, is it's similar to a problem I regularly hear with YouTube, and this is there's a whole bunch of people out there who have founded and made their livelihoods, for want of a better word, on something which is provided to them for free. They've not had to work for it. They've certainly not had to work for the service. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sit there and say that any person who is successful on YouTube hasn't worked for that success, because clearly they have. Some have perhaps been lucky, and that's an entirely different story. And I'm not going to belittle anybody's success, because, well, that's not my place, is it? But some have been, they've worked hard, they've done the work, but ultimately it's based on a service which they pay nothing for. They have, I've said this often enough before. YouTube did not have to share their advertising revenue with their creators. It's that simple. They did not have to do it. So the fact that it is possible to make a living on YouTube is entirely down to the fact that somebody somewhere at YouTube went, you know what? There's a lot of people out there making us a great deal of money. Maybe we should cut them in for a slice. And again, as I say, they didn't have to do that. It's a strange thing. So when you consider, therefore, that somebody in this particular set of circumstances has, for want of a better word, invested their entire livelihood on, do I take that out? I think I can take you out. Yes, I can. On a service which is based off of this premise that, you've got a service which is provided for you absolutely free. You have no service level agreement with that provider. That service is provided to you with a set of terms and conditions which I almost guarantee most people will not have read fully, because I know I haven't, and I'm fairly certain that by now I've consented to become Bill Gates' personal slave in the afterlife at least 4 times when I've just signed on to things. God only knows what I've signed up to with Android and Apple and all of the other good things. So, God, this is terrifying. So it's just an interesting situation where this is very similar, that you've got people whose livelihoods are based off of things which they have very little control over. And I just think personally that maybe they should have checked the small print a little bit more before they signed up to these broad sweeping things. That's 3 deep. Is that far enough down? Do I want to go one further? I think maybe one further. Yeah, anyway, just a little bit of a waffle there. I'm sure other people will have their opinions of the Open Gaming License. I'm not going to talk about the legality or the contract, because I am not, believe it or not, a contracts lawyer, or in fact any kind of lawyer, and therefore I should not be giving legal advice on that kind of thing, because that's how legal advice works, isn't it? Oh, can I don't know whether I dare. I'm gonna break these. I know this stuff functions as a ladder, but I'm not taking my chances. I'd also need to get to the bottom there, don't I, to pick up any bits, because I will lose them otherwise. So yeah, it's just interesting time in the world where these things are happening. Anyway, I waffled for a while. I've thought for a while about this particular waffle as well. This is not just a random waffle. I've been watching a lot. There are a lot of people out there who are lawyers who should know better, because they're talking about the law and going, this is not legal, blah blah blah. And you know, the one thing I've learned about law in my life is that what is often legal is what they can get away with. And something like this, where Hasbro and Wizard of the Coast are doing something which may or may not be legal, well, the test is when somebody takes them to court over it. And if I'm going to lose that one, aren't I? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately the legal litmus paper. You know, you send someone a cease and desist, and if they do, then fine, you've won. And if they go, actually, no, I think I have a legal right to do this, I'll see you in court, then it then comes to lawyers and expensive people. And often it's almost like a game of chicken between two wallets rather than two cars. You know, it's that staring into the abyss. Right, I think that is probably low enough down. I do need a few more of those, I think. Probably a little bit of that I could do with. Yeah, down. What have I got? I have got one of those. I suppose I've got any. In fact, I'm not even sure in this version. Does chain even? It does. There's the iron chain from Rustic. Have I got any of that pre-made? Not there. Misc blocks. There you go. Turn 2. That should be enough. No, actually go with 3. Blah, blah, blah. I think everything else I've got there I should be able to do with what I've got. I can put the dirt away for now. Right. How do... What I wanted to do, let me just check some. Yeah, no, that's... I couldn't remember if we got Quark in this, and if we did have Quark, if it was the version that had the thingy, the place things underneath version. Anyway, I'm just going to do a little bit more extension on this one. I'm also going to do the other one, which is going to take a little bit of work. And I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we're a little bit further up on the scale now, and we've got these two hanging towers. I think there is actually a formal name for them in architecture. And I'll be honest, I could not tell you what it is, so I'm going with hanging towers because that sounds about right. They hang off the side there, they've got a little bit of thing, and they go down rather than up. That's the side, and then we will have an up element to them as well. We'll have some windows in there. At the moment they're just a big block of stuff. And if we jump to the tower top, I am just waiting for some grass to start growing up here, and then we'll be sitting pretty. But this will have a door going in here, and that needs to go, of course, and we'll have floors and don't do that to me, please, thank you. Don't like it when the blocks try to kill the air. But this will come up, and we'll have another couple of levels on this one, maybe 2 or 3 levels, maybe 1 on this and 2 or 3 on that. This thing here, this needs a little bit of work, however. And I think I'm going to need to go and grab some chestnuts. But before I do anything, my packed lunch has gone off. So we definitely need to be sorting that particular problem out. Luckily I should have plenty of food, so certainly enough food to last me for the remainder of this season. So got a few bits of rotten stuff in there, so maybe I ought to get rid of some of that while I'm at it. Rotten, quite a lot of rotten stuff actually. This is just all gone. Okay. I've got considerably less food than I thought I had. I mean, in fact, I've just got that. All of this lot's gone off. Cheese is still good. Fruit has got about 3 days, so that's limited. My meat, that's rotten, but I think we're okay there. And grain doesn't go, well, I mean, it does go off, but I doubt it's going to go off for this. So I need to make myself some sandwiches. Done that before. I'm not going to do it on camera, and then we're going to continue pushing forward with the top of this roof. So I'll be back again in a bit. Alright, we've got an invasion tonight. I've got both of the towers on. I've actually planted some saplings up there as well. I'll show you in a mo, but first I need to grab some gold. And this was the one I could never find the gold. I've got it marked on the map, and I could never find it. I mean, there's your tracers. That was the only hint of gold in the area. So that was not a good one. I definitely need some gold though. We've got an invasion, we can always run away from it, that is not a problem. What I need therefore is gold mine. Which... Nope. There. We plop. Lots of gold. Now it's all poor, but I need 4 ingots worth. So for now I'm just going to grab what I can, because it's basically the stuff that's on the surface. I've got 1 ingot, so I don't really need 3. And the problem I am attempting to fix is quite simply, I'm not sure that the grass is I was fairly certain that TerraFirmaCraft grass spreads whether there's grass there onto dirt, whether there's grass there or not. But I suddenly have, that's 2 ingots worth, doubts. And doubts are not a good thing. That's 2 and a bit plus 60. That should be 3 ingots worth. Okay, that will do me then. Let's head back for now. Pointless hanging around. It's an invasion for tonight for starters, so we don't want to get caught out. And I have only got a fairly limited time left on this episode because time is ticking down. Where's my thingy? It's there. Get me over here. Figure out which way I'm facing. Minor brain fart moment there. Throw that in. Let's get it all smelted down. We'll grab an ingot cast. Yeah, that's all brass, and that won't react with the cobalt, so we're good there. I need to come up with a use for that, don't I? I think a crossbow, maybe. That's 1 and 6, that'll be... definitely 2 and a bit. 2 and 12. That's actually probably 3 ingots worth already. But we'll stick it through anyway. So I need some silky touch. That's basically what I need. There we go, 3 ingots worth. Let me just get the 3 cast. And to do that, I am going to hopefully have everything we need. Because I need to make a silky jewel, and to do that I need silk cloth, which requires wool or yarn or string. Hopefully it requires string. Yeah, string, wool, yarn or string. So I'm going to need a fair bit of string. And that will give us silk touch. Hopefully. Oh wow, we are really not looking brilliant there, but we will make the best of a. Actually, it's not too bad, and I can get more wool yarn, so let's keep a bit of string just in case. Although again, that should be relatively easy to do. And gems, I need an emerald. I think that's the only one I've got actually. Boop, 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 boop. Silky jewel. Now I think I should be alright putting this onto my pick, because I haven't got a tinker's shovel, so, and I don't really want to make one just for this, so there we go. And then I just need to go and get myself a little bit of grass and pop that in, and hopefully that will spread better on the roof there. I also need to, while I'm out, grab myself a little bit more chestnut, because I didn't have enough. Got plenty of time. Whee! Grab you. And yeah, I know this is the worst. That was definitely the worst, because that didn't even work. Damn it. Okay, I am going to have to come up with an alternative then, aren't I? Or hope that I was wrong and that the grass actually does spread like that. And I don't know why, but these stairs have suddenly stopped working. Right, I'm a bit annoyed about that, because I've just wasted my only emerald and quite a lot of string and all my gold just to put silk touch on something that doesn't actually require silk touch. Well, I think that is probably around about it for this episode. We will get on and continue with the tower top and the things. I'll put this floor on. I'm realistic, I'm never going to use these stairs. I'm always going to teleport up here, so I'm happy that that really doesn't work very well. But I do need, let me just do that many for now. Ugh, that's not what I wanted. I'm tempted to. Thank you, great. Oh, well, at least that one's gone and done its done what it was supposed to do. Of course, it is a non-TerraFirmaCraft tree, so it should react differently. But we'll have a little pergola over this, and I'm obsessed with pergolas, by the way. That's just a thing. I like pergolas. I've built a few over the years, and yeah. They're just one of those things and a bit of tree. Gib. And that should, with one more bit, I'm just going to keep you flat, I think, actually. I don't think you need to be any more complicated than that. So what I do need to do is get grass up on here, and I'm too high up to do it the traditional way of, you know, stepping up grass blocks. So I need to figure out a way to do that. But let me come down here. You can start to see the shape of this, and I am happy enough with that. I'll probably push through this invasion as well tonight, but that kind of looks a bit unfortunate. I don't know what it is about when I end up putting things on the side that they end up looking a little bit spherical, and now none of you are going to be able to unsee that, you know that. Anyway, enough shenanigans. I will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.